making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simu Politics. So today we are covering the General Bantu Holomisa, the one and only, the one who has gone quiet ever since he was made minister. So he finally breaks his silence, right? He says that the defense debt caught in cycle of maladministration, mismanagement, and moral decay. He has been very, very, very quiet. So, I mean, there could be different reasons why he's speaking out now. It could be that he's really, really concerned. It could be that he's speaking out, we're closer to local government elections. I mean, you don't know. You never know. I mean, just the other day, he was having a lunch or something with Cyril Ramaphosa there, and they were having fun. But you know what? Let's appreciate the fact that the general has come out. Okay? So let's get right into it. So it says here, the Deputy Defense Minister, Bantu Holomisa, has written to his boss, Enjimoteja, detailing the rot in the department they lead. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. You could say, Uguti, why did it take him so long to write to Angie? It could be that maybe he's only discovering some things now, or I mean, I don't know. But okay, let's read. This is very interesting, by the way. According to Holomisa, some of the challenges that they've been coming on since 2006. This week, the Portfolio Committee on Defense and Military Veterans met to deliberate on these matters. Okay, matters such as unfair and inflated fuel supply contracts, overpriced medical and assets management procurement, lease payments for unoccupied buildings, unused or expired medical equipment purchased at huge cost, and dubious tenders worth over 1.4 billion. This is the precarious situation that has gripped the Department of Defense and Military Veterans since 2006. Holomisa's report comes after the Portfolio Committee on Defense and Military Veterans received a briefing from the Hawks and Special Investigating Unit on irregularities within the department. Okay. So now he's writing, okay. This is different though. It's different when you are writing to your boss because you've made some discoveries on some things. But now he's writing to Angie Moteja because they have received a briefing from the Hawks and the Special Investigating Unit saying that there are irregularities in this department. In his letter, Holomisa said active SIU investigations currently amounted to approximately 1.4 billion in unidentified irregularities. These include irregular and unlawful Microsoft software licensing contract worth 467 million already set aside by the special tribunal. The Daniel project house-fisted debacle in which 8.3 billion was paid with only a fraction of their contract equipped delivered. The Chad armored vehicle contract where payments of 15 million were made for undelivered services. Imagine 50 million. 9.7 million to an irregularly appointed advisor and 13.8 million to a chassis supplier under false pretenses. Imagine having such a corrupt defense. Hi. A 10 million legal services contract awarded outside proper procurement processes, misappropriation of intellectual property related to P2 and P3 missiles and RG-35 vehicle projects, resulting in estimated losses exceeding to 1.8 billion in royalties transferred to foreign entities. The catastrophic 15-year failure to restore one military hospital, which continues to drain the state resources through outsourcing of medical services. Denel Land Systems was paid 40% of its contract price without delivering the agreed output, while due process was ignored in approving the shared vehicle contract. Holomisa said there was a worrying trend of corruption in the department. The SIU made clear that limited coverage have been secured and cooperation from the departmental officials remains inadequate. There is a clear pattern of collusion, deliberate obstruction, and poor record keeping that hampers investigations, he said. Regarding findings by the Auditor General, which included unfair and inflated fuel supply contracts, overpriced medical and assets management, procurement, lease payments for unoccupied buildings, and unused or expired medical equipment purchased at huge cost. Holomisa noted further concerns regarding structural limitations, he said. The AGS noted that structural limitations within the Defense Act continue to prevent the Secretary for Defense, Tobekile Gamete, from enforcing consequence management on members of the SENDEF. This is legislative gave several weakens internal accountability and allows irregularities to persist. Several of these matters have been referred to the SIU and the Hawks and the Public Protector and the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment. Holomisa said while some progress has been made in recovering funds and hating irregular contracts, many investigations remain incomplete. The Auditor General concluded that unless there is a decisive executive intervention, the culture of impunity within the defense portfolio will persist, he said. Yo, Asan, akonda ingekho corrupt South Africa. According to Holomisa, the Hawks confirmed that while some cases are nearing prosecution, the majority remains under investigation due to outstanding witness statements, incomplete forensic audits, and missing documentation. He added that the Hawks expressed frustration at the slow pace of the departmental cooperation. Having carefully considered all representations and discussions, I must state unequivocally that the situation within the defense portfolio has reached its critical point. What we are witnessing is not an administrative issue. It is a crisis of integrity and leadership. The findings presented before the committee demonstrate that the department is caught in a cycle of maladministration, mismanagement, and moral decay. Billions have been lost through irregular and unlawful contracts, while our soldiers continue to operate with inadequate resources, and our military veterans remain neglected. Exactly. It's so sad. It is painful contradiction that at some point, at the same time, we commemorate the sacrifices of our servicemen and women, the very institutions meant to honor and support them are paralyzing in corruption and incompetence, he said. I shame. Noba ngathiwa South Africa sikwi crisis ngoku, like we would be in trouble. We would really be in trouble. I don't know if the letter of Holomisa will make any difference. He wrote a letter to Angie Motshekga to tell her about this. I'm sure Angie Motshekga knows this. So, I mean, what does Holomisa want Angie to do? The corruption, they know that corner. And I don't know if there would be any way forward from him writing this letter. I do understand him though writing a letter to the minister, because I know that as a deputy minister he doesn't have much power, so I do get where he kind of comes from. But I mean, other than that, and then what so I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think though. What do you think is gonna happen after she writes that letter? I don't think anything is gonna happen. Corruption in South Africa has been normalized so much that like nobody cares. Like literally nobody cares. No one cares. Even the president has given up on the corruption in this country. Yeah, son. Anyway, please guys do let me know. The comments though, let's see. Someone says Holomisa is right, but he's late. The hardening of moral rot incentive didn't happen yesterday. It has been sedimenting for decades. Some of us fought nearly 2 decades ago on principle and at cost. Today's shock is merely the country catching up to the decade long denied. Someone else says, you are the general. Need we remind you, or when the defenders rise to protect our sovereignty, national security, you'd want to be treated like a modern day Mbotoli. Someone says, the country doesn't have any defense force. Our masses knows them as pallbearers of useless and corrupt politicians. They are only good for rendering their service to politicians as pallbearers. Someone says, oh, his prophecy, he said, he saw you being embarrassed by the ruling party. As far as they got you, because look at the things you turned a blind eye to. But we can't blame the general. I mean, he did just arrive. Someone says, aren't you the deputy minister who collectively should be addressing such issues? You are part of the ruling government. I think the problem with deputy ministers, they don't have power. I do get the point of him writing to the minister, which is Uenge. Someone says, you are all incompetent. Sendif should be guarding our borders and harbors, building wall, installing fence, collaborating with SARS, Home Affairs, BMA, and Public Works, dealing with illegal immigration and illicit goods. There is no patriotism in South Africa. Yeah, guys. Well, that's what the people say. Some seem to be blaming the general. I don't know if we can really blame him. He did just arrive. So, I mean, what can he really do? Anyway, you tell me what you think. If you don't know who I am, my name is Isabella Belwana. Please subscribe to this channel. It is free of charge. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.